Hey everybody, it's your hospitality friend Glenn here down in New Orleans. That's right, my third trip here this year. So I had to talk to Ken Jacques over here. He's the general manager at Le Meridien in town here, operated by Stonebridge. Great to see you.
Glad to have you again. I saw you back in June.
I was here in June for the Stonebridge event, fell in love with the property, so I knew I had to come back and stay with you. Sorry, everybody else, I promise. I'll stay with you another time. But listen, we're getting to that budget season time, right? And right now happens to be a real quiet period here in New Orleans. Has nothing to do with the humidity, I'm sure. Nothing. But you guys are going to be picking up soon. How are you thinking about 2026? How to budget a property, and where you think some of the opportunities and challenges might be for you?
Yeah, I think thousands of GMs, not our favorite time of year.
No, it's not. The reason why I asked this is I don't think this is an issue we talk about enough, right?
Yep. Yeah, right now our revenue and top line teams are kind of figuring out where the market's gonna play and kind of how we're gonna perform against our competitors. We're coming off a good year with Super Bowl. Year prior, Taylor Swift. They don't have a major event like that in New Orleans. We're really relying on citywides here as well. So last year, kind of got caught up a little bit in swimming upstream with some of the international kind of travel situations. These large medical citywides have a large international component. So just being cautious with that as we go into next year, if large citywides. So maybe netting those down a little bit more, 5, 10, 15% further than we typically would, and encouraging our sales team to book on top of that a little bit more if it didn't pass.
I was talking to a high-level executive in town last night, and he was saying that the city is actually pulling together and really having some good forward momentum now when it comes to getting people excited about New Orleans.
Yeah.
So are you seeing that trend? And when it comes to figuring out what your budget's going to be for the next year, how much of it is instinct versus promise versus what you think you're going to see in the P&L?
Good balance of that. But no, New Orleans, we just had I think our first UFC event. It was the highest grossing revenue event in the Smoothie King Center in the history of the Smoothie King Center. So it probably tells you the New Orleans Pelicans haven't been a good NBA team.
Right.
But I think it grossed like $8 million, which is great. So we continue to be known for just a world-class city for world-class entertainment and events. For next year, there's nothing of that magnitude. So it's definitely a little bit of instinct over some of the festival dates. How's Mardi Gras going to do in February versus in March?
Oh, right.
Is Jazz Fest lineup going to be stronger? So it's a little bit of give and take as far as just feeling it out.
Right. And once you set a budget, now I'm thinking about younger up-and-coming professionals here, how often do you go back to it? Do you have to refine it? What is that process like?
So we started, I guess, a few weeks ago on just the revenues, and we'll be doing that through mid-September, just tweaking the segmentation, group, corporate, leisure, changing that quite a bit between now and then. And then we start working on the expenses a little bit and see how that flows to the bottom line. So it's almost a daily, right, you're tired of looking at it by mid-September. Then you probably go into almost November sometimes before it's all said.
Are you finding that because there's uncertainty with how much things may cost going forward, that it's keeping you up a little bit at night with this budget?
A little bit. Some of our hotels are, we're kind of grouped into one of these big suppliers like Avendra, and so they send out regular communication. Hey, the cost of this is going up. We're looking at this product. So we rely on them to give us good guidance there. So we do feel comfortable with that element. I'd say as far as the current environment, the biggest concern and unknown is how the international travel is going to hit New Orleans.
Yeah, well, I'm not very positive by the international travel. I'd like to make a plea to all our folks out there. We want to make America a place people want to come and make people feel invited. That's it. Period. Ken, great talking to you. Anything else that you want to share with these folks?
No, bienvenue. Come to New Orleans, world-class city. I think it's some of our best safety numbers since 1970. So New Orleans is really heading in the right direction. So.
Yeah, it really is. And I must say, clean. I have not seen the city this clean in a long time. It's really great.
I was just saying the same thing the other day in the French Quarter. I've never seen it that clean. So come and visit.
Hey, that's why I want to keep forward waste, right? See you guys later. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.